I can tell you. Oh my days!
Someone just drove into the van, bro.
Anyway, no, it's still on live. Nate, stay in the... Anyway, guys. Nate! Well, we definitely hit them. Nate!
This guy's calaming, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you do realise we're still live, so you need to sit down.
Okay, so Alex.
Exactly, so ask me a question.
I'll be the mediator. So you're saying something about, what were you saying?
Go on,
I
talk.
swear you just licked it again.
What was the biggest thing you did? Was it Prince Philip or was it DMX?
For me personally, I saw the Prince Philip thing, and there was something that someone there is something that someone showed me that it said, "Oh, I even shared a tear about Prince Philip," and I was thinking, what did you know about?
What was their demographics? Did they look like us?
I don't know where it came from.
Did they look like us?
Not even look like us. Are they from our ends? Are they from the real?
They ain't gonna be from there.
Yeah.
So they're from
somewhere else.
They're from sides that care about the royals.
Yes.
Then that's why they will feel like
that.
that.
But okay.
Someone in
no, but my thing is,
goddamn about him.
It's fine if you
racist.
care. It's fine if you care about like the royals and stuff like that. I have nothing towards you saying that. However, if you're saying that like the royals, you have, it's almost like when you watch TV, right, and you have your favorite celebrity.
Yeah.
And the reason why your favorite celebrity is because you kind of get to a point where you kind of know them, you know their personality and stuff.
Yeah.
This vampire dude.
He pointed at me, you know that.
I'm just pointing in general. Like this guy, like I don't know, and I can only speak for me. I don't know what he brings to any table.
Racism.
He did over 5,000 visits to countries to represent the royal family.
Alright, so what? He just turned up to different. So he went on holiday 5,000
Do you know that he has a
hold
friend?
on, can we do that? Can we do that?
No, I don't know.
You went on holiday what? 5,000 pounds.
No, I don't know when it should be.
Did he pay?
No, that's a good question. That's a good question.
No, he's right as well.
That's a good question. Did he pay?
Of course, he didn't pay.
We paid.
Anyway,
all I know is he had a friend called Sooty.
Yeah.
And he wasn't white, and he named him Sooty. He played polo with him.
Yeah.
And he named him Sooty. And then when the person said, "Bruv, you guys are on TV," he was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot."
Yeah.
So he is 110, and he acted like he was 110. He acted like he was alive 110 years ago, and he kept that same energy throughout. And if he wasn't foreign, because he had Greek and something else.
Yeah. He was born in Greece.
Yeah, if he didn't, if he
was born in Greece.
If he weren't foreign, he would have been king. That's the only reason why he wasn't king. And he hated the fact that he was a prince, even though he was married to the queen. Yeah. He didn't like it.
He met the queen when she was 13, he was 18 or something like that. 19.
Can you say that again, please? Can you say that again, please?
He met the queen when he was 18, she was 13.
Yeah.
And he was in the naval force or whatever.
How old was he, sir?
But 18. They met, and then nothing happened, obviously.
How'd you know?
Exactly. Thank you.
That's the story. I was listening to the story on the radio.
Lie.
So what's the story again? Can you say it again, please?
So he was hired as commander for the army or something like that.
At 18?
Yeah, he was a commander. So
why? How can he be?
He was older than that. Actually, I'm saying 18, but he was older than that.
Even you shouldn't be no commander until you done like 2 wars, bruv. Yeah. What the hell is this?
So he was a private protector for the royal family at that young age, and she had her eye on him from then, and then later on.
What? You just said she had an eye on him from then.
Yeah.
From when she was 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
How come?
I have to check my ages. It might be 15. It might be 13. Let me just say that for the camera.
It's still not 16 or 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I remember, it was 15 or 13. Even I was like, but then they went on to say that she had an eye on him from then and then later on in life.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't want this. We just get taken down. So
You better change.
Yeah, so you better change subject then. Let's just speak to DMX.
DMX. Why did DMX mean so much to you? Even though he was a musician to some.
I remember Alex. I think that's the only rapper you liked,
bro.
That's the only rapper you liked.
DMX was my favorite.
Yeah.
MC.
She adopted father, wasn't it?
That's the only rapper he liked.
Like,
It's the only rapper he liked.
Do you know it's mad because I knew DMX from my cousins that was living with me, and it was like the music that they were playing that was blasting through their walls to mine because I'm next door to them. But I feel like when you deep it further, you could deep it further and you can deep it further. So like you deep it further, it's like okay, I liked the music, just period. I liked the music and stuff like that. But when you deep it further, it's like. Then you start realising the messages that he says.
Yeah.
And then when you deep it even further than that, the messages that he actually says, he says it post music. So he would literally have interviews and he would say...
he's very religious.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he would have interviews and in his interviews, he's not spitting, he's not spraying bars and nothing like that. But he's just talking facts. I feel like he's the only person that would forever talk fact that when you listen to it, it's... sly him talking and you think, is he spitting bars? He's not even spitting bars. He's just speaking facts.
I remember when I was younger. Go now, sorry.
No, go.
I remember when I was younger, I couldn't quite grasp what could be deemed as hypocrisy when you're a teenager. Do you know what I mean? Because I know I can't even repeat some of the lyrics he would say in there. But then I would always, and then he'll pray. And then he'll do it again. And then he'll pray. And then he'll do it again. I'm like, which one? Like, what is it? But obviously, as an adult, you understand that there's different... Someone can be more than one or two or three things.
Yeah, of course.
So as I got to like 17, 18, I kind of separated. Because I know before every show, he used to pray. After every show, he used to pray on stage, innit? I remember when he used to speak about someone he lost and he'll start crying. And I'm like, like you're someone...
A bad man. Yeah.
But when you deep it, someone like that, for me, I don't want to go to a subject, but I think someone that can do that, someone that could, I don't know, cry, smile, laugh, they have more control over their emotions than someone that doesn't. Because if I can't afford to tap into that. Because if I tap into something I'm not used to, so if I start crying when I feel like I want to cry, I might not stop. So I don't tap into it. But there's certain people that can tap into crying, tap into happy, tap into sad, because they have control over it. So I can express how I feel, I don't care, because I can reel it in a bit. He was one of the people that I noticed that if he's talking about a friend who'd cry, or not even necessarily a cry. He was talking about X Gon Give It To Her once, innit? And it was about, and he explained the story. He had a choice of 2 beats, and his friend said, "No, I picked that beat." And then his friend died later down the line. So I'm looking at him like, why are you crying over a song? As a 16, 17-year-old,
you don't even know,
not even peeping, like you're going through real trauma. That's the reason why. And then thinking, if you're crying, then how can you be beating up 16 man Rough Riders anthem? Do you know what I mean? But as you get older, again, like I said, if you find out the history, man, like the way he got messed, he had a terrible childhood. My God. Like I was watching that Rough Riders documentary, and I had to, probably my old age, to get more sympathetic for people, I had to fast forward it like 5 or he got laced. Someone thought it was weed, and he got spiked.
Yeah, I really want to dive into that.
That was the first time.
His mum just dropped him, said, "I'll be 1 minute," and then left. And he's shouting at the window like, "Please take me, please." And she's like, "No, say later." He ran away, turned up, and she's like this. That he's there. His only friend was a pit bull. So we're looking at dogs, this and that. We don't even understand it's his only friend. He can't trust no one else but a pit bull. He used to get money with the pit bull. He used to rob people with the pit bull. He used to have a friend, guardian.
You have to deep the pit bull thing.
That's messed up, man.
But you have to deep the pit bull thing. So like people always feel like, in fact now, everyone has a gimmick. Everyone has what their thing is. Like, if you're an artist or a certain artist, this is what you do. Everything that he did, like, was never a gimmick.
No.
The pitbull thing, him having dogs, he fucking likes
real.
dogs.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was his thing, and his whole life, his whole career was like Rough Riders and dogs and fucking obviously
robbing people as well, because that's the only way he made money.
Yeah, but like he jamming, he barks, and like people don't even realize that him barking like a fucking dog basically they don't realize like what it meant to him, like, and why he did it. Do you know what I mean? Like he was in. I saw something today actually earlier on, and it was like I think his sister.
Oh, I didn't watch. I couldn't watch that, man.
No, I didn't. Even
Was it
watch
bad?
I didn't watch it all.
I couldn't even watch it.
Do you know why I don't like watching these things all? Because
Couldn't watch it.
I don't like watching these things all because I feel like
watching these things all. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, this is my English.
Yeah, go on.
Because I feel like what happens is people that have never been there will come out and say they're 2 pence. It can bend. It can actually be your brother. It could be your sister.
Especially when you're gone.
The moment you're gone, oh my days,
yeah.
this, that. Yeah. And it happens a lot. Do you know what I mean?
He's been in hospital. He's been in hospital a lot because of addiction.
And do you know what? I feel like, just in general, I feel like he knows and people know who are his actual coldies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there will always be people who say, I knew DMX and then they'll post stuff with them and DMX, whatever. But I feel like his peoples that he actually trusted, actually knew and stuff like that, were literally on par with him in terms of like they knew what he was going through and stuff like. Because you gotta realize what he went through and the whole drug abuse. Because they said
it was abuse.
He died. Yeah, from that. Yeah.
There's a rumor going around he died after taking
COVID.
vaccination.
Yeah, which you know.
Why did he have a cut on his face?
I saw that as well, and I thought that. I didn't even see it.
He got a massive cut in his face, an open wound, like it ain't even been stitched.
Or maybe he fell.
What, when he passed out? It wouldn't have been stitched. He was in hospital for like 3-4 days.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know the only person that can break him out of it.
What are your views on it? And how do you feel about it?
Yeah, because for me, DMX is what let me realize that it's okay to be angry. Do you know what I mean? And express your anger, like in a professional setting, the right way, obviously, in a family setting or with your friends. Like, listen, I'm not happy about this. I want to talk. You don't always have to be politically correct in everything you do. You say a bampo, gunman whisper people, or whatever, however you
do bampo people.
But I got that from watching and seeing DMX as an example of, you don't like something, I'm saying it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you're taught in life, respect your elders. I always
pacified.
You're pacified in this culture.
Yeah.
Like they say, this culture is the culture. The UK culture is the culture which says sorry the most in the whole world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Even though you're not sorry, you're just saying it is something we say. Do you know what I mean? Because we're pacified as people from a young age. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I got that from DMX, and I got the whole balance between, as you were saying earlier, he could be emotional, he could be angry, he could be happy, he could make a party song, or do you know what I mean? This guy is sick, bro. This guy is like, it's actually like someone from the ends, do you know what I mean? And you're watching on TV.
And he made history, man.
Exactly.
You can relate to
history.
For me personally, Jay-Z's my favorite rapper, but personality-wise, DMX is like the one who,
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's right. Because for me, it actually still hasn't registered because I've like I said, when Prince, the other guy, Prince Philip or whatever his name is, that is the name. He died.
Lord Voldemort.
Yeah. Now we have to be careful.
Yeah, I know, man.
But, man, I don't give a shit about him.
I don't care. We respect the dead.
I don't give a shit about him.
Kind of.
Put it on me.
But like, he like obviously he died.
Yeah.
And then we.
Why are you saying it to the mic like that?
Certain people care.
Yeah.
Certain people don't care.
I don't care.
I don't give a shit. But But what you have to realize is like, and do you know what? Honestly, the whole contrast between, because he died early. I think he died. Prince. Well, I knew that
the Prince died first.
Yeah. And then afterwards, DMX died.
Do you think?
Right?
Did you think he was gonna get through it? When I hear stories about Tupac, they all say they thought that. I knew he was shot, but I thought he'd get through it. That's what everyone says.
I never thought DMX would die.
Me neither.
Like just in general, I didn't. I think like I thought he would go through shit and then he would come out or whatever. And like I said, the contrast between DMX and I shouldn't even relate them because it's a bit fucked up.
And he's mad old.
But what I would say is, to me, what DMX stands for and what he stood for and what it's almost like when you listen to his music, and it's gonna happen now more than ever. When you go back to listen to his tunes, you're literally gonna be like, oh shit, this guy is talking he's talking. It's almost like he's talking like he was already dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's talking like he's already dead, and he's saying, "Boom, boom, boom, boom. This is how it's gonna be." And when you listen to like his song and stuff, for me, I'm like I can only be upset or whatever for someone that I can relate to.
Yeah.
From day, and for him, I related to him from like my cousins. My cousins love DMX, so they literally, I was listening to it without even knowing who he was or whatever. But at the same time, it was like he was not perfect, and he was the best person, in my opinion, that could approach anybody that wasn't perfect to say, "Yo," like for example, I've never met him, obviously, but if I met him and he would have said, "Boom, don't do that," the fact that I had so much respect for him in them times, I would like, "Nah, you right." You know what I mean? And I would have accepted that, and I would have respected that more than some other like a dickhead that I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
So it says a lot about addiction, though, innit? Like that's real.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it could be your fault. It could not be your fault. You could be a victim of it, or you could have sorted it out. But sometimes, when that thing gets a grip of you, man, it's an issue.
Yeah.
Because he had all the resources. I know you want to change subject, but I know that there was a rumor that he didn't pay his taxes on purpose. There was a rumor he impersonated a police officer on purpose, so he can go to prison and he can be forced to not take drugs, rather than being out in the world and trying not to take drugs.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Again, like I said, addiction. It don't let go. What happened to him at what, 9, 12?
Nah, I think he was a teenager.
Yeah, like 13 or something like that.
Yeah, so he looked up to this rapper, that guy who actually taught him how to rap, not taught him how to rap, helped him write his first bars, and looked up to this guy as an older brother, whatnot.
Only male role model we had at the time.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know where he's that is.
The first role model he ever had. And this guy, they were smoking weed or whatever, and he laced his weed with crack. And since that moment on, he's been addicted.
That's it.
That's that. Because I remember he said it in the documentary, and he starts crying.
I had to skip it. I had to skip that.
As soon as he starts speaking about that, he breaks down, and it shows you how true.
And he was like, "Who does that?" He went, "I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna rip his head off." He was like, "Who does that to a child? Who does that?" And he's bawling.
Yeah.
I said, "No. I need to skip.
Yeah.
I had to skip.
Yeah.
I had to skip." So he'd done that. So he's been. People can say he's been a crackhead. Broke records, albums, two platinum albums in the same year. Accomplished actor, done fucking soundtracks.
Well.
All these things he's done as a crackhead. A crackhead.
Yeah.
Done all of this. 6 packs, 8 packs. He looked the part until he was about 40.
Yeah.
Walking around with his t-shirt off 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Pushed an untold amount of music. Like I said, acted in Hollywood movies, all whilst being a crackhead.
All whilst teaching a young man that you don't always have to be pacified or to show your anger, even in a place like work. You know what I mean?
He done well to last 52 years as an addict.
100%.
That's not good because we want to keep him, but it's just crazy to think that he lasted, maybe not 52, it might have been 42 years as an addict. Mad.
So I was saying, even at a place like work where you have to try and, you know, pacify yourself or whatever. But yeah, segueing into work, do you know what I'm saying? Is there been times when you have to pacify yourself at work, or is there any situations where you're looking and you're seeing that pagan at work and you're like,
bro,
you know what?
Seriously, my blood is boiling already.
So I've got a story,
This episode of the live cast is brought to you by TruthBeard, the manufacturers of 100% organic oils aimed to provide your beard with growth, health, shine and repair. Visit truthbeard.com and use the code LIVE21 at the checkout to get your 15% discount on all products.
Sorry. There was this one person at work, yeah? And when I got there, I was like, oh, snap, fellow Ghanaian, you know, we're going to get on. No. Anyway, this person was the only black person at work in that office. So I've come through now. I'm the other one in it. So I'm thinking, oh snap, we're gonna get on. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You got the house nigga.
But
in the middle.
Instead, you got Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. Instead, it was, God, there's another one here.
This is my spot. Why is he here?
Exactly. So anyway, we never got on from day one. So
what was the first interaction like then?
The first interaction was this. So remember on some previous episodes, I told you about a woman who tried to G-check me because I came on her ward and she's like, you didn't come and say hello. And I'm like, I had to get active. Yeah. So I said to my manager, bruv, can you hear what this woman's saying to me? Like, she's saying I must be a typical street boy. And then he's like, what? That sounds a little bit racist. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but she's black, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's black. She was mixed race, but she's on that
On
side.
the other side,
yeah.
yeah.
This other person I'm talking to is from, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now the first interaction I'm having with this person is, oh yeah, everyone heard that you snitched. So everyone was like a little bit thinking about you.
Whoa.
Oh, what? That's what he said to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man used the word snitch.
Yeah. I was
wow.
like, what? Bro, did you hear the story? Do you even know? No, I didn't hear the story, but I just heard you snitch. But anyway. My name...
I was like, offering your name after.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Okay. Do you know what I mean? So, what I did is, we never really got on. There was one day, we were playing, like, games with each other. It's like, acting as though it's jokey, but really there was malice behind it. So what I did is, it's a female, by the way. She had an ice cream. Yeah. And I went in, everyone used to go get stuff from the canteen and hide it in one of the manager's office and come later and eat it. So I went in and I saw, there was 2 ice creams. I didn't say anything. I left like Sundays with cherry on top and everything. So I left, went back to the office, came back to the manager's office and saw her and one of my guys eating it. And then when I looked and I waited for him to finish. Then afterwards I went to her and I was like, "Do you enjoy your ice cream, yeah?
Yeah.
Enjoy it." I was alone in the room with that ice cream. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh,
yeah.
you're putting a mental
Yeah. And I left. Yeah. And then she came back 20 minutes later. "Bro, did you touch my ice cream? Are you mad?" And I was like, "Bro, who knows? Do you think you're talking?" It went off.
This is so similar to my story.
That's what I'm saying. But I did that to get back at all the not proud.
Was there heat? Did you get angry?
No, not even that. I was happy.
no, because you said the
Yeah,
trash.
I was happy.
Oh,
I was
boy.
happy that
I can't wait to tell you my story.
I was happy that they bit because this is someone who pisses off everyone, goes around bullying everyone because they're cool with that side of the office. Do you know what I mean? The uppity people. So it was very much of making people go home early because they can't stand her. People coming and crying because they can't stand. Like, it was mad.
That level.
Yeah, that
That's
level
mad.
of, and it's the same level in the office, but it's just because she's cool with the managers and the uppity.
She's throwing her weight around.
She's thinking, yeah, do you know what I mean? So I was glad I was able to get underneath.
Bro.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But what are you scared that I could have
And
backfired?
you basically
Like,
did
play
that on
victim.
purpose. You wanted to.
Yeah.
When you scared that she was gonna play victim now?
No, I just said I hope you enjoyed your ice cream. I was alone with it. What does that mean? Do you know what I mean? Take it how you want.
And then she came at you when you did what?
We shouted, argued, and that.
It doesn't
That's
matter,
it, yeah.
You didn't want to punch her in the face.
No,
I can't wait to tell you my story.
No, what's your story?
Yeah,
No.
you might need to edit it. But go on, Alex, you go first. Go on, Alex.
No, go on, Nathan, go on.
Me?
Go on. Yeah, go on.
I don't even know if Bonus Baby's in the chat, but she knows about it.
Yeah.
So, this is when I was working at my old place. So basically, I worked there before, innit? Left, come back. They asked me to come back for a short amount of time. They needed me to do a project for them, innit? I was managing a bunch of people. And I came back, X, Y, and Z, I remember when I came, when I got there, everyone was, and when I got introduced to everyone, so when I was there the first time, the people that were there, the core people that were there, have gone, innit? All of them got moved.
Yeah.
And these are all a new set of people. So I'm talking about 9 new people, innit? So they're like, Nathan, you need to come do this in the first. I'm thinking, okay, cool, I know Janelle, Alex. And I get there, I'm like, where is everyone? Oh no, they're there now. And they've been moved. So this is all new. No one here has been here longer than 2 weeks. I was like, okay, cool. And I remember going, they were all young, innit? All of them. I don't think none of them were, bar about 2 or 3 people. There's 2 or 3 people older than me. But still, I still had to manage them. But for the rest of the 9 were all under 22. All of them, innit? Maybe there was one, probably about 25-ish.
Yeah.
But that was it. She must have been, it wasn't that high in it. There was a gap. So I went there and I remember looking at everyone in it, and it's happened to me before when you're going to introduce to someone and they're like, oh yeah, this is Nathan the this, or this is Nathan the that, and they're like that, huh? I know what the face looks like, innit? So then time in, and obviously I can relate to these youngers, innit? And then I'm not gonna lie, when you came, I thought you was gonna be the person that was gonna be sitting on the reception desk, or I thought you was gonna be the person that was gonna be.
What? That's how
they just thought, seeing me, they're like, I didn't think you. I thought you was too young to do this. I'm like, it's fine. X, Y, and Z, innit? Anyway, I get talking to all of them. They're all blessed, innit? And then there was one person. oh my days, I'm gonna try not to not call her names in it. But there was one person. So there's me and then there's her manager, innit? Her manager hollers at me and says, yo, someone wants to come in tomorrow on the later shift. I was like, okay, cool. That's you, innit? I was like, based off of the template, because I remember doing their timetable for the 2-3 weeks. I was like, if you can get someone to swap, then it's all you, innit? Like, I'll let you crack on. I didn't like micromanaging people, innit? I said, this is your department. If there's an issue, then just be prepared to fix it. But I'll leave it to you. Came back to me. He was like, nah, that person don't want to swap. I was like, okay, cool. Well, then she has to come in. And then he was like, all right, cool, no problem. And that was it. Never spoke, nothing. Didn't say a word. Turn up to work now. There's always one of these punks off, innit? And this time, when someone was off, I was sorting it out, and then the manager come, lovely. Like, I rate him so highly, I'm not going to bait his name out, but he does a perfect job, innit? I'm just not going to say his name. He's a sick worker, innit? And he came, he was like, yo, she didn't come. I was like, what? He was like, she didn't come. I was like, what did you say? He was like, I told her that so-and-so didn't want to swap, so she has to come in. I said, do you mind if I see? He's like, yeah, cool. Gave me his work phone, I looked, and it says, so-and-so doesn't want to swap with you. And she didn't reply, nothing. Didn't say a word. He didn't say a word, she didn't say a word. Last thing he said was, yeah, you're going to have to come in, so-and-so doesn't want to swap. It got read, and that was it. So I'm like, okay, cool. When she gets in, just throw it through to me, innit? It was like, cool, no problem. So then it got to like, she was supposed to start at like 8:30. It got to 9. It got to 10. It got to 11. She bowls through there like 12:30, innit? So even if she did swap, she still would have been an hour and a half late, because she either would have been there at 8. There's no shift that exists that makes you start at 12. So she came to me, bro. When I tell you the way she came through the door, bro. My God, I didn't realize I was being slewed for a while. Do you know, like when you're like, I can't even hear what she's saying. I'm like, are you shouting at and swearing at me? Bro, she came through. I can't give an example because there's no doors.
But you knew.
Bro, the way she smashed through the door, yeah? I'm talking bang! Through the door, yeah? Closed it. I need to speak to you.
Oh, yeah?
I need to speak to you now. I'm like, huh? No. I need to speak to you. I was like, close the door. What's wrong with you? Close the door. She closed the door. You need to sort out your management. If you don't want me to come in, you tell me. Don't tell my manager. And I'm telling you, yeah? It's one way for about 10 minutes, man. And I'm confused. Just looking at her.
So you didn't even know like what was going on.
Well, but the wickedest thing is, when it got to the levels, so when it got to the point where I clocked, I didn't start getting angry then. The anger from 10 minutes ago. Just bang like that.
Yeah.
That is the first and only time in my life, yeah? That is the first and only time in my life I've lost my temper at work. That's the first and only time ever I have lost my temper. There is at least 3 or 4 minutes that are unaccounted for. I don't know I don't know what I said.
But is that because
it ended with get the fuck out of my office? Like I was talking like this. Get the fuck out of my office. Get the fuck out of like, I lost it.
Yeah.
So this, and then when she went through the door, like the movies, bro. When she went through the door, everyone was like that, and then oh shit, they started pretending they were typing in that. Everyone was listening to me, and this girl argue, bro. I lost my mind. I went upstairs, innit? To the other
do you
floor.
think it was just a miscommunication on the whole
bro,
point? Like,
I've never been spoken like that in my life.
yeah, but you can be spoken.
Alex, I've never been spoken to like this in my life.
Like shit. Someone can talk to you like shit, but it could
She's
be
shouting in my face.
Yeah, fair enough.
And she's pointing in my face.
Fair enough. But,
she's as close as this mic is, bro.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you is, could it have been like the whole situation?
I told her she needs to learn to have some goddamn
so the whole
respect.
situation, when you look back at it now, is it just due to miscommunication?
Yeah. She said to me, I said, I've seen the messages. This is when I'm calm in it. I said, I've seen the messages. Your manager told you there's no way to... You're his manager. You tell me. I was like, huh?
Yeah. That's strike one. When someone
she was like,
that,
you're his manager. You tell me. I said, you was in conversation with him. So I'm talking
the
low.
person that's talking to you like that,
bro, I went upstairs. Alex
is the first person that, like, if you was to...
Alex,
I don't condone violence.
Alex,
but that first person,
bro, can you imagine?
Like yeah, I'll be like, yeah, listen, don't.
And imagine it's worse because you don't clock. You haven't clocked until later that you're being parred. Do you know when you're like this, and I'm typing and I'm trying to send an email. Are you actually shouting? What you're actually shouting at me? And then I'm in shock, and I'm thinking she'll run out of steam and shut up soon. She's not gonna. Wow. Oh, you just swore at me. No. And then, so that was my trail of thought because I couldn't believe what was happening. So, I just went mad, bruv. I remember the last thing I said to her was, you need to learn how to get... Because I swore. I've never sworn at work, bro. Never sworn. I said, you need to learn some fucking respect. Get the fuck out of my office.
Don't you think
even saying that back now
though?
makes me sound dumb, bruv. I'm like, how am I swearing at work, bruv?
Yeah,
like, what is
you
that?
didn't have communication with her.
Bro.
I'm not even bringing...
I just clocked what you was doing.
How many
times did you say? You said communication about 3 times.
Until you just said that, I didn't even...
It didn't even land.
Because I didn't mean it to land. I'm just saying in general, if you had great communication with the person...
No.
Alex, this is my emotions.
Hold on.
Alex, this is my emotions.
You're not making it different.
This guy wants his own hashtag. That's all he's interested in. He don't give a shit about my emotions, bro.
There's always one person at work. There's always one person in the office. Whatever you do as a work, even if you're on a construction site, there's always one person who everyone thinks is... And if you cannot think of that person at work, it means you are that person.
I'm alright. I'm alright with people.
I'm cool with people.
Even difficult people. I'm cool with them.
I find it so easy to get along with difficult people.
Yeah, I'm cool with them.
I find that common ground. Yeah,
I'm cool with them.
Or even if it's a thing of keeping it minimal with them.
Yeah.
If you are watching this and there is no one at work,
he fully turned to the camera.
There's no one at work that you can think of who is that one person who's like, they just do your head in. Then you are that person. Sorry to say, be the one to break it to you, but it's you.
Yeah, isn't he looking at the wrong one? Shouldn't he be looking over there?
No. Look at YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can get along with difficult people, you know. My manager for a very long time was difficult, but I was blessed. Blessed, man. I'm laid back. That I can't take disrespect in it, and that's the first and only time I've been disrespected. Like she let off, bro. Like it wasn't like she said one thing and I got mad. She was swearing at me for like 20 minutes.
Are you yourself at work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you yourself?
Yeah, I'm myself. I don't change.
No, I'm not. No, I'm where I work and how I work. I am not my 100%.
But he can't. Can you imagine?
Exactly.
Can you imagine? Come on,
communicating with everyone.
That's one way of putting it.
What then? What do you mean?
No,
hide your sisters, hide everyone.
Your sisters?
Popular.
Yeah, he's a popular guy. Yeah.
I'm not a popular person.
I'm saying if you was like how you was.
Popular with me. What do you mean?
No. I'm just saying if you was like how you was in general at work, it wouldn't. What I mean,
I don't think about.
It's like water and oil, isn't it?
Hold on. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. It's not the same environment. It's not the same environment.
What do you mean?
It don't mix up.
What do you mean?
Do you want him to say what?
Yeah, innit, but just.
Because surely you must understand what he means. You want him to say it.
Don't let him down.
Now it seems like I'm down.
But you are saying hold on.
Yeah, because I don't get what you're saying.
Okay, well.
Look, no, I can't. Yeah, Alex, I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm the same person. Okay, I'm not the same person at work. Facts, but who is?
He said he is. This is quite weird.
Nah,
How?
He might be part of him at work. But
my social life ain't like your social life, bro.
What's my social life?
That's part of you.
What's different to my social life to yours?
Alex, are you asking me?
This
guy's trying to.
Don't Alex me.
He's trying to give me the gun.
Yeah.
And they say shoot me. And then when I shoot him, why did you shoot me? Alex, man, come on, man.
What do you mean?
We live 2 different lives.
We do. Of course, we're 2 different people.
No, okay. Anyway. So
it's easier for me to be myself at work than it is for you. Isn't that the easiest way? There, boom, there you go.
Depends on where you work, but maybe.
You're not yourself. You just said you're not yourself.
Bruv, you're 100% not yourself at work.
I'm not. I'm more myself than you at work.
Have you ever had
I'm more boring than you.
Have you ever had a work interest, like a female at work?
Jesus.
Never.
I have.
Exactly, and this is my point.
She wrote me a love letter.
Oh my days.
I know. Can you imagine?
Okay.
Luckily, she left short after.
This is my point.
I was minding my own business.
Professional.
Bro, I was minding my own business.
What do you mean, my own business?
110% I was minding my own business. So what
happened after the love letter?
Nothing. Got binned, bruv. Big man thing.
Why would she come to enough to send you a love letter?
Fuck knows. Swear down.
Swear down.
I swear down on my Xbox, bruv.
Oh, wow.
I swear down. I don't know where it came from. I just started the job, so I know for a fact I don't know where it came from. I was speaking to no one. I knew about 4 people. Swear down. Bonus will tell you. It was in her department.
You know how many times you've been referred?
No, but it was in her department. We're talking about work, innit? It was in her department. Big man thing. I didn't know no one was then. It was about a month into the role, I swear to God. And nothing's happened since. So I've never had a love interest.
So you never had interest at work?
It's weird, no.
That's crazy.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, that's mental.
Yeah, because you don't think I'm like a fucking slag or whatever.
That's you said that.
Yeah,
not
you
me.
said that. No one
I'm
said
saying-
that.
I'm
You're the
saying-
one who
No one
said
said
that.
that on camera
I'm
anyway.
saying it, but
Yeah,
you lot,
yeah,
this is what you lot thinking.
I know, innit?
You,
No,
nah,
no one said that.
You don't have to.
I feel like you're just.
Yeah, I know, you're projecting.
Yeah, that is
the
what
way-
you're doing.
You don't have to
No, I
say
said
it.
it.
It's what you think.
Yeah,
But
I've never said that before.
Yeah. Where did that come from?
Not on camera.
Yeah. We don't know what you're talking about.
anyway,
Yeah.
no.
What about managers who you feel like you can't get on with? How do you navigate that?
So I feel like for me,
Mm-hmm.
managers there are different type of managers.
Mm-hmm.
There are managers that you can get on with, managers you find like you can actually even to a certain degree like not manipulate, but you can
Ingratiate yourself.
yeah. It's like
That's kissing ass.
without kissing us.
Why did you set a trap like that for? That was a bit out of order.
Exactly. Why do you even say that?
Like ingratiate, yeah, it's kissing us.
Yeah, I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
people would say. That's what I'm trying to say. People.
Why
would
did you
say-
suggest
no,
that?
no,
Why
you would
did
say.
you suggest that word?
Would you
then?
tell you? No, you would say
Okay
that.
then.
So can say Janelle would say it, please.
I understand where you're coming from.
No, wait, hold on. Can you just say Janelle would say it?
No, I'm not gonna say that because a lot. Of
But
Well, you just said kissing us.
no, but you done fucked up because you said yeah,
Yeah, no, but
and then he booby trapped you.
I didn't. But if you ingratiate yourself to the manager, is that not?
He might be playing chess with checkers, innit?
I've never ever done that, but I've been in situations where
So how do you ingratiate yourself? That's a better question for podcast purposes.
Why is he looking at me? Why is he looking at me?
What is your technique of manipulating? Not manipulating, but getting a manager to be in your favor. How do you do that?
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, I didn't, but he explained it. So now it's-
Yeah, okay.
If he didn't say what he just said,
Okay.
If you saw his brain working, he was like, what? He was like, what is he saying?
Because he mentioned
Wow.
fucking names.
He was
So
thinking.
what you're saying is, in general, how can you use you having a manager to your benefit, basically?
Yeah.
Now you've got a little bit more time to think. Can you just say,
Yeah.
you don't need to repeat the question.
Yeah.
I won't.
Okay, go on then.
Alright, so for me in general, I would. Why you deep?
Please, Alex, man.
What do you mean?
Don't repeat the question again.
I did
Just
repeat it.
answer, please, Alex.
I was about to answer the question.
Yeah, go on.
And you just deep breath.
Okay.
Take deep breath.
Do you-
Yeah, go ahead.
Ask me.
Okay, so
No, I'll answer it. What's the question again, please?
You just said, have you ever had a manager who, you don't get on with or whatever's a bit difficult? And you said, yeah, there's ways to navigate that manager and make them see things from your point of view, ingratiate yourself towards them. And I'm saying,
I didn't say ingratiate.
okay, you agree to that. Okay,
That's where you fucked me up. The
Alright.
wrong way.
Okay then, there's ways to manipulate or whatever. How do you do that?
So for me, I would say, like in the environment that you're in, like for example, like where I work, you have people that are above you. I feel like the main thing is to never make yourself look like you are circumference to like the whole.
Oh, Alex, man, please, Alex, just answer the question, man. For God's sake.
You are circumference. He said, no, yourself
What the hell?
you are circumference.
I'm answering the question.
You're taking all day.
Wait.
That doesn't even make grammatic sense.
Circumference. You are circumference.
After I
That's
say
math.
that,
That's maths, bro.
Maths.
yeah, but after,
Circumference.
after I say that, is that when I answer the question?
Alex, just.
Do you know what?
Oh,
no,
my
do you know what? Fuck you.
Oh.
Alright, so who's next?
I'll do it. Just let me do it, man. Let me do it. Man.
You said circumference.
Jesus Christ.
How do you not make yourself the circumference?
Nah, do you know what?
Do you know, Alex? He's just asking you, how do you make your life easy with a manager?
And
That's
do you
it.
know
That's
what?
it.
And if you didn't interrupt me, I would have told you, but you interrupted me.
No.
So,
okay.
no.
I'll remind you where you were. You said circumference. So go
Okay,
on. Go from
okay.
there.
No.
He's gonna repeat.
So after I said that, you interrupted me. So we can go for the next person.
How do you make your life easy with a
You
manager?
interrupted.
Okay,
Alright, cool.
just go. Yeah,
Hey, how'd you make yourself?
it depends what manager it is.
Okay.
I had a manager that
If I said that,
bro.
hold on.
I said four words.
If I said
I said 4 words.
If I said that, oh my days, Alex.
No, but I said 4 words.
What manager?
If that was you, you would have repeated the question.
Yeah.
And then you would have waited. And then you would have asked him what the question was. And then you would have started talking about algebra.
You did.
That's what you would have
You
done.
started talking about maths.
Circumference. Where?
Pi and
What's
Come on,
circumference?
finish your.
Pythagoras theorem.
I had a manager that was trying to be my mum once.
Yeah.
And she was an older lady and she wanted to be my work mum. Granted, it's probably my fault a little bit because I just, out of respect for older people, I just let it be. So to get around her, I had to, sometimes I just had to be like, do you know what? I'm not doing it. Or sometimes I had to be like, whatever it is. That's the easiest way. But then I had managers, so what's he laughing
He laughed
for?
at himself.
But then I had one manager, and it's deep to say, I'm not going to say his name, but he was like Rain Man, bruv. Yeah, have you seen Rain Man?
Yeah.
He was like that. Socially, all over the place. Wouldn't look at you when he was talking. Like that, yeah. Like, took ages to walk up the stairs, everything. But at work, bro. At work, this guy was a wizard. But socially, impossible. He's a Tottenham fan. You tell me one person on this planet that likes football I can't speak to.
Yeah.
I cannot speak to him. It's impossible. It's impossible. But he was on point. So to get around him, I couldn't get around him, to be honest with you, because he was just too smart. But he was very socially awkward. There you go. What I probably did was not have deep conversation with him. I kept it very surface level. Did you see the Tottenham game? Yeah, okay, yeah. 3-2. Yeah. I'm not gonna say, why is Harry Kane being deeper than? I'm not gonna do that because you can't communicate with me that long. So I'll be like, oh, good win. He's like, yeah, good win. That'll be it. Then we'll sit in the meeting. Whereas like I said with the other manager, sometimes I had to say, listen, like, you know, I've got one man, bro, so you need to chill out. There was times I'd have to say that. Like, take time. Like don't swear at me in front of people, or don't talk to me unprofessionally when there's people in the room, me and you, cool, but you're not my mum. I had to do that a few times.
Do you know what my mistake was? So when I was working in Dubai, I had a manager, and everyone knew that this manager was not a people person at all.
Most of them are not.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find things in common. I'm gonna, ingratiate myself.
Or maybe come full circle like a
Circumference. There we go.
Like
Do you know what
circumference.
I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna do everything, and then it was working. We was getting on. Do you know what I mean?
Go on, Janelle.
So we had 2 options at work. Yeah, either you come in at 8 and leave at 5, or you come in at 9 and leave at 6. Those are your 2 options. I'm coming at 8. I'm leaving at 5. Who wouldn't take that option? Do you know what I mean? So if you're an early person anyway, I was taking that option. But you know when you're the only one who stands up in the office? But then I was the only one who was here in the morning anyways. But it feels awkward. They make you feel awkward that you're leaving early. But I don't care.
No. Your time's your time.
Yeah, my time's my time.
Yeah,
I'm gone. Anyway, it got to a point where it was like, I know you're coming in early, but can you also stay late because the team is behind? So can you stay with the team and help the team? I'm like, right.
You're gonna pay me.
Yeah, the team is not coming in at 8, and because I come in at 8, all the people who I project manage are waiting for me at 8. So it's not like now I can just all of a sudden say, no, I'm coming in at 9. No, it affects everything. So I can't. Do you know what I mean? That means I'm going to be doing 8 till 6.
Yeah. You said you can't.
I said, I don't think that's... I said it in a nice way. But
Did you realise the moment you said no to what they're asking for is where...
That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
No, but at the same time...
always been like that with
we're not to cut you off. It's probably a different industry, but where I work, if you don't speak up, then people are going to keep pissing on you.
Exactly. And I think
it's one or two things of the same.
They're going to keep
that was my problem.
doing it.
Lord Elsie, I remember he always says when he's at work, he keeps it very professional. He does not try and do that banter thing with anyone. I think I should have done that with this manager because it was not. There was other people on the team who'd come in at 8. There was one other person who came in at 8 and left at 5. but they kept themselves to themselves. So they were not asked to bring no favour.
It's not going to be easy to go over there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but to me, it was very simple. Do you know what I mean? I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think I can. Anyway, there was one day, me and her were the last ones in the office. Me and her were the last ones in the office.
Anyway.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, me and her were the last ones in the office. And it was like 4 o'clock. It was a Friday. Everyone's gone home early. Anyways, 1 hour before I actually leave to go home. That last hour, 4 o'clock, I'm going to go see a client. And then from that client, I can go home.
That was what it was agreed.
That was my plan.
Was that agreed?
No, it's normal. Everybody does that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's your last one for the day. Anyway, so I'm standing up. Oh, after you see this client, can you come back to the office? There's a couple of things I want to... I was like, no, because after I finish... Yeah, it will be near my house. I can just go home after that. No, but I really want you to come back. And I was like, I don't think I can do that, but I will try. Anyway, if it's enough time, I will try and come. Anyway, so the client, there wasn't enough time, I went home. Next day I come in, can I speak to you please?
From the jump?
Yeah, it took me to the office.
From the jump?
Yeah, can I speak to you please into the office?
What, 8 o'clock?
Start shouting at me.
What, like raising the voice?
Raising voice.
And then you probably...
Yeah, and I had to raise my voice. Yeah, I had to raise my voice back and then...
Did it land straight away? What was happening?
It landed straight away because it was... can you have a seat for me? I'll sit down and then she didn't sit. She stood over me.
Wow.
Yeah. No. So then
you probably stood
I stood up. Yeah, how do you know me? Hey, this guy knows me well, you know.
But we all know you, man. Ain't no one talk to you from a fucking minimal platform and then like that.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean?
So I stood up
when you're tall as well,
exactly.
Extra. It's mad. When I had my argument, I was sitting down. Yeah. I think if I got up, then it might have felt a little bit down.
Yeah.
That's why I proper took it.
So I had to stand up, and then after that, relationships broke down, and you know what I'm saying. So I had to leave. But,
in Dubai?
Yeah, I had to leave and find a new job.
Wow.
Not a biggie, but
things happen.
Yeah, things happen.
And
no, it's like work, but I'm just saying.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, from that, what I've learned is don't get too pally at work.
But from a professional standpoint, you shouldn't need to be finding a new place.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, if you open this door, if you open this window, then, do you know what I mean? The wind's going to come in, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So you take what comes of it, bro, or you don't go there.
Yeah.
That's the end of it.
This guy.
Sorry, man.
They get him a potty.
Yeah, I know. This guy's bladder is the
Shut the door!
This guy's bladder is the same bladder as a 70-year-old.
Get him a potty, man.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you don't agree. You don't do pally stuff at work, and then you don't have that problem, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think, I mean, I'm surprised that someone got you off your square like that, because you got more patience than me.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, but the thing is, they wait till like the busy time in the office, like 9-10 o'clock, to say, can I speak to you? And pull me in, and everyone can hear you shouting. You've closed the door.
Bro, near enough the same. Yeah.
This can't be happening. Do you know what I mean?
That's when I raised my voice. When, like, because it was like I was getting, I swear to God, bro, it was like I was having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, when, like, a bomb goes off next to someone in the movies, it's me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't hear anything.
So can you have friends at work?
Yeah.
You have friends at work?
Yeah.
So you're still doing the pally thing called...
You can't be friends with your manager.
No.
You can be friends with your colleagues.
Yeah,
you can be friends with your colleagues.
Your friends. Now I've learned that even if, because obviously I don't work in the office environment anymore, but if I was to...
No, you had friends that weren't your superior. If they're not your superior, it's fine. But then again, it depends what industry you're in, because in certain industries, even if they're not your superior, they see you as a threat, or they use your discrepancies.
Have you experienced snakes at work?
I've seen it happen, but I've maneuvered away from it. Yeah, I've always maneuvered away from it, man.
So you've never been snaked at work?
No, people have probably tried, but nah, man, I just maneuver, bruv.
And how long you been at that specific workplace you've been?
I've been in this industry since 2000 and... Bro, you know I'm shit with timelines, man. Might have been about 9 years, maybe.
Oh wow!
Maybe about 8 years, 7 years, like 7 years. Moving around in the same industry, but it's blessed. It works for me. I don't know. I learn quick in it, and I see. I just see people's positives and negatives in it. I'll give you a chance. I'm not gonna make a judgment on you. But you're going to have to be really quick to catch me by surprise, innit? Like...
This episode of Live Cat Live in the Cat is brought to you by West Kitchen. Bringing you the finest in African cuisine. Please visit the West Kitchen YouTube channel for many delicious recipes.
Do you know there are mountains in Ghana?
Yeah, we have Table Mountain, Big Mama Mountain, couple mountains and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how did you get onto this from?
I don't know. He just asked me.
I said, "Did you watch Recess?" He said, "No, using Ghana."
Yeah, no, go on.
Because you didn't watch Recess.
Yeah, okay, but
Did you watch Recess?
yes.
Remember Randall, the Hunchback?
Yeah.
And
Who else do you remember Recess?
I remember
TJ.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember any of their names.
Yeah, because you don't remember no.
God, say what they look like.
That was Hey Arnold. That was Hey Arnold.
This is what you look like. I don't know why you're laughing. This is what we have to
I don't
go.
remember anyone from there.
So you didn't watch it?
But I watched it.
You can't remember one other person?
No.
You didn't watch it. You didn't watch it. You didn't watch it. He's lying.
No, I watched it.
He's lying. He's lying.
I watched
You
it.
never watched it.
I don't remember. I didn't watch it.
I watched it, but I can't remember one person. No.
No, I'm not Googling it. I'm not Googling it. But go on, what was you saying? Because last thing I heard is you were talking about...
I was saying
about to ask me for my story, and then he...
I said everyone's got a Randall. So every establishment has a Randall.
What is a Randall?
So a Randall, like in Recess, people, if you remember Recess, it was like a cartoon in it back in the day. And there was this one kid called Randall he was the mouthpiece of the headmistress. And he always used to grass on people all the time. His only job was to snitch on people and tell the headmistress. So that's why I said, as a reference, there's always a Randall in the workplace. There's always someone that's like, oh,
A snitch.
But you know what?
see me now.
Sometimes
This is the second time. Every Tuesday, Alex is 4 minutes late from lunch. Like, that's a Randall, bro.
But you know what? You say Randalls are always low level. And what you need to realise is like, the Randall status is not even always...
They don't get paid, but they get benefits though.
Yeah, but
The headmistress is
in a
never
Randall
gonna,
level.
The headmistress is never gonna hire educating that Randall,
Okay, in a Randall level.
because that Randall can just
of course,
flip on them.
Yeah, in a low level. But
Someone be like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. So you want a dumb Randall? You want a Randall that's a bit, you know what I'm saying?
So you want a kiss ass, basically, who is not as intelligent as some people.
Just dangle that carrot.
Yeah.
I might get it one day. That's what you got to do. You can have another 20 minutes off. Yeah, no, take that annual leave.
But I feel like
that's what you want from a Randall.
I feel like what you have is you have different people that occupy different situations and they roll on different circumstances. So, for example,
have you ever snaked anyone at work?
Never.
No, I haven't. But me saying that.
So can I give you an example of something that happened to me at work and tell me if
You snitched?
Whether I snaked or not, whether I was a snitch or not. Basically, I was working in the hospital, and this ward I was on was a depression ward, and there was a patient who was angry with himself for something. Can't go into it because if I say it, then you're gonna know that this person works with this company. Anyways, high-profile people.
Angry with himself.
He was angry with himself. It was something that was on the news. That's all I can say. I can tell you off camera, maybe. Actually, no, I can't. I've sworn an oath. Anyway, so he was angry with himself. I've gone in to see him, and he has got a knife in his hand. Don't know how he's got
like a proper knife or
a butter knife.
How's he holding a knife?
He's holding a knife at that.
You think that he's holding it like this?
But that's someone holds the knife like that.
He's not Frank Castle, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you know what I'm talking about.
No,
listen, if the knife is ever held
this way,
disclaimer alert.
If it's held that way, sideways, then run away.
Run away.
Oh, really?
Real talk. No. He's not lying.
No, it's true. Yeah,
because it means you're SAS trained.
Yeah.
And he'll gut you like a fist, bro.
Oh, okay.
You don't hold it like this.
He thinks he's fucking beyond an end all. If you see a guy holding a knife sideways, please,
then you need to bounce.
You
need to bounce. That's if you're lucky enough to see him.
Yeah. Continue story.
But real talk, he's not lying. He's not lying.
No.
If you saw someone that's holding a knife like that,
no bounce. You need to bounce.
Okay, cool. So
you need to bounce.
Unless
you're SAS trained as well. Yeah.
So he's holding a knife like this, vertically, not horizontally.
Yeah, okay.
He's holding it vertically, and he's making eye contact with me, and I've just walked in the room, and he's looking at me like that. I'm thinking, oh snap, he's gonna attack me with this butter knife.
You punched him up?
No. So
as usual,
my usual go-to.
You punched him up, innit? You punched him up. Let me finish story. You punched him up.
No.
But go, you can continue.
So anyway, I pressed the buzzer. I pressed the yellow button. There's green.
He ain't pressed no buzzer.
Can I say something?
He ain't pressed no buzzer. He's lying.
Can I say something? You see when you press the buzzer?
He would never press the buzzer.
just because.
So he's covered. Yeah. He would never. So what happened was he whacked him up, and then he pressed the button.
Hold on, wait.
You see,
That's what happened.
That's
what happened.
Why
You
you
whacked
making
him up.
that to be some?
Nah, you whacked him up. You whacked
and
him
it
up.
was like,
He's like, oh shit. He tried pressing the button.
If I whacked him up, it would have been on news. This is a high-profile person. Yeah? They've
It's in the Big Brother house, bruv. You acting like there's cameras everywhere.
No. There's a high-profile... They've played tennis before. So this is a high-profile person.
I don't know my
seen
tennis
before.
players. So
What he means is they're probably a professional tennis player.
which is all more of a reason for him to punch him up.
No. So he's holding the
Quickly,
knife
innit?
vertically.
He gave him a quick
Hold on,
two-piece.
let me tell my story. So he's holding the butter knife vertically and he's looking at me. He's made eye contact. And we're just staring and it's silent. I'm like, okay, I'm about to be attacked. Let me press the yellow button. So there's green, where that's silencing. There's yellow, which means, you know,
I need help.
I need help. And red,
I'm dying.
Red rings across the whole hospital.
Okay.
And everybody comes to that room. Do you know what I mean? So red is. But anyway.
But shouldn't you press red if there's a
guy with a knife?
Yeah.
I can run out the room.
That's
Oh,
not
is that?
That's not what he means.
So
That's not what he means.
yeah,
Exactly.
actually no.
He would have run otherwise. Why does he need to press the yellow button?
He's like, oh, fuck you up.
No, because
Why would he run? If he could run, why would he press any
I
button?
pressed yellow is because he might want to do harm to himself.
Oh, whatever.
So someone on my ward
This
should
guy.
come and help him. There's also an orange button. There's like a fourth button, and you press that one, and it rings emergency in your
Department.
Yeah, department. Not red for the whole hospital. Orange is like for yours, but it's in emergency. Everyone needs to come. So I press the yellow, and nothing has happened.
Did you speak to him?
Yeah. I'm like, what's going on? Of course, I'm glossing over all of that to get to the juicy part.
Okay.
So I've spoken to him, whatever. He's not responding. He's just holding the knife vertically, looking at me. I'm like,
It's a bit scary.
I've said exactly. So I've said his name again. Not really responding. And now he's sat up. Yeah. So now he's sat up, and now he's posturing, and his body is pointing towards me. Cool. I've pressed the yellow button. I continue to speak to him, whatever. He takes out a lighter with his other hand. He takes out a lighter and he starts lighting up the buttering knife.
What does that do?
Why has he got a lighter?
This is the first time I'm seeing this, isn't it? So I'm thinking, what's going on here? He's lighting
Hold
up.
a run.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Why are you still here?
Yeah, he's lighting up the buttering knife, and I'm thinking, okay.
Hold a bounce. Bro.
What is going on here? Yeah? Is he about to attack me with the knife?
How? Like what?
I don't know.
Heated
Do you know what I thought of? You know Transformers when they have the heated knife?
Yeah.
And they cut
Yeah, you can't do that with the butter.
knife. I don't know. This is a new technique I'm seeing. You're analysing it too much.
Yeah.
In the
How
moment,
analysing that thing, yeah.
You're analysing
I would
it.
have bare questions if I saw that.
No, but you're having questions from a safe point of view here in the van. Do you know what I mean? In the moment, you're like what's going on? Do you know what I mean?
Do you don't realise that the more you explain the story, the more it's confirmed that you punched him up. I don't think he understands that. You're confirming you punched him up.
He was like, I don't get what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, what he was like, it was like perfect.
I'm joking.
No,
This is great. This is
Yeah,
great.
no, I'm joking.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm not like this.
Yeah,
I'm not like this.
No, he's
I'm
not
not
like
like
Punched
this.
him up.
So listen, and then he's now heated it up, and the knife is going like black brown. I don't know how to explain it. Like when you light something, and it's like. So I'm like,
He's burning on the max,
yeah.
basically.
So I'm like, okay. Then he lifts his forearm, and he goes.
On his own arm.
On his own arm. So I'm like, oh, he needs help. So I pressed the orange one. And
Is he not in pain?
he's just
screaming.
He's looking at me. No.
When they do
that.
that, it doesn't matter if they're in pain or not.
Yeah. He's going,
Wow.
ready
See, I
to-
feel
yeah.
bad laughing at him.
That's what I'm trying to say now. Now, exactly. Now you want to retract everything you said before.
He didn't punch him
I
up.
did not punch him up.
He didn't punch him
So
up.
then he's gone on his own arm, and I'm like, ooh, okay. I press the orange button quickly, straight away. Everyone in my office should come running. Yeah. Nothing's happening. I can go from yellow to orange. Orange is louder because someone might not be in the office, but everyone on the ward needs to hear it. So I can hear the alarm is going off. 10 seconds, 15 seconds max. 2 people should be with me. No one comes.
Should.
Yeah, should.
Can they see you?
No one can see me. Every room is like a 5-star hotel / hospital. Anyway, So no one comes. 30 seconds passes, a minute passes. He's done 3 or 4, lighting it up. I'm
Is
like,
he cutting or just spreading?
so that's
Nah,
like a-
he's doing
That's
strikes.
garden, basically.
And I'm talking to him like, stop what you're doing. Why? I don't want to engage or touch
No,
him.
no.
Because, bruv, I don't know.
You
innit?
can't.
So I'm trying to, like, what are you doing? Stop what you're doing. Come on, man. Look, you've got a family. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I can think to say. And he's still going. I've looked at it and I thought, where is that? He could be attacking me right now. Do you know what I mean? I've pressed orange. What is going on? I'm not going to press red because this isn't really a red situation. Do you know what I mean? So the only thing I can do is I've left him. And I've gone to the office and I'm looking in the office and I walk in the office and I see a lady sitting down like this. I'm not going to say her name. Anyway, she's sitting down. I say her name. I say, yo.
Wait, so you see all
the whole time she'd be chilling.
All the alerts you did.
Yeah, she's sitting there and the alarm is ringing.
And she can see that.
The alarm with the screen, room number, orange, buzzer has been pressed. And she's sitting down like this. And I say to her,
was she asleep or
no,
was it the same one that's got a problem with you?
No. It's another woman. And she's sitting down and she's from our kind of background. So I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, I say to her, what? Why did you not? Can you not hear the buzzer? She said, oh, I thought someone pressed it by accident. I was like, your training is, as soon as you hear that, wherever it's accident, go, bro.
You press 2 buttons as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And if it is an accident, the patient has pressed it by accident, you're meant to go and press the green. Cancel it anyway because it's ringing off. Do you know what I mean? Go and press. Why are you still sitting here? Anyway, that's not an excuse.
So basically,
she left you.
She left me. I could have been attacked with that heated knife.
She left. She didn't care.
Yeah. Because another thing that happened...
And maybe that doesn't happen often.
I didn't explain this, but when I was ever on shift, people used to leave dangerous situations because I'm tall and because I'm big or whatever. They would leave dangerous situations. Janelle's there, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? But this one was not one of them situations where it's like, bruv, this is... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That knife could have been used on me and then I would have had to punch it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so then, this is where you need to tell me if I was a snake or not. I then went to the manager and I was like, this is what happened. And then he was like, and I said, I came to the office and I mentioned the person's name and I said, I do not ever want to work with this person. And then the manager said, why? What happened? I said, after all of that knife burning, I came to the office and from what I saw, I never want to work with this person again. Yeah? And they were like, why? Well, I didn't say, oh, they watched the buzzer. I just said I never want to work with that person again. If you ever put me on shift with them again, I'm not working on the ward. And from that moment on, that person was never hired again on the ward.
No, you're not a snitch.
Was I a snitch? Was I a snake?
No.
For me, no.
If you didn't speak to her first, then I would have said that's a bit.
For me, I'll tell you why you was never a snake and you was never a snitch.
Yeah.
So a snitch.
When you work in any establishment, you have a job to do, right? And if you're not doing your job properly, that's on the person that's not doing their job properly. And your job was based on literally you do your job, and then like if it gets too far, they do their job.
Yeah.
They never even attempted to do the job, from what I can tell from what you're saying.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
I think they left
fuck
it.
them.
That whole.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
That whole thing when you're like the whole thing he's saying about like, oh, Janelle's. I've experienced that before.
Yeah.
Well, like, I work in a female orientated department, and I would never, you know how we're brought up in it, so I can't be seeing people carrying stuff like that, innit? So it's like, just give it to me, I'll do it quick. It's not necessarily like I'm even trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. I'm like, you genuinely cannot carry this. You haven't asked me for nothing, but I've seen you. If there's 5 boxes to carry, you can only carry half of one. I've seen you walk past me 6 times. There's still 5 boxes. Let me just pick 3 up, one, bang, bang, and then get on my day. So I've done that before, and then there has been instances where stuff has happened in security. I'm like, bro,
But for me,
what do I look like? Like, can you write a report or he's being abusive? I'm like, well, bruv, you better call the security then. Yeah. And personally speaking, even if you walked in there, looked at her, didn't say a word, and then went and told your manager. I'm from a place where, in my industry,
that one might be a bit.
No, but in my industry, there's a high level of snake in it that you deal with.
Yeah.
In my industry, I've had people not invite me to meetings. Like flat out.
Yeah.
So I'm in the queue for a coffee. Oh, what's going on? You cool?
You're still speaking to them.
I'm talking to them and they're like, oh yeah, like, yo, wait till I'm like X, Y, and Z, yeah. I'm like, has that meeting been moved? Nah, it's not today, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah. When you get in, have a look.
Wait,
Okay,
they've
cool,
lied
cool,
to you
cool.
and then...
Straight to my face.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
They work on the same floor as me.
I don't know about
So they're like, do you know what? I see in a second. I walk in, they're not there, or whatever, innit? Yo, man, I guess you're doing something. I walk in, sit down. It's happened 3 times in the same row. And someone I don't know has come and said, listen, can you come in for a minute, please? So I came, and he was like, listen, why haven't you been for the last 3 meetings?
And you didn't even know.
I'm like, bro. I was like, who's been in these? He said, so.
Yeah,
I saw so this morning.
I personally have never been in that situation.
Then we're like, who? I seen Alex this morning. Or Alex was the one that was talking about you
Yeah.
in the meeting. Wow. There's times where meetings have started. iPhone meetings start at 9. They start at 8:30.
Yeah.
And I've clocked that because I've clocked that some people come in at 9:30 every time. So I'm thinking, if I'm here at 8:30, I'm here at 9, and these 4 people are always here, and these 5 people always turn up at 9:30. And they never say, why am I late? They just turn up. So I thought, you know what? Let me turn up at 8:30. I get there and they're whispering about me. So I get there at 8:30 and I'm like this. Nathan, it's early, isn't it? I was like, yeah.
But
I got here early.
Don't you think it's just based on like who you are and how you've...
Now, some people are, where I work, some people are very wary of you. They feel intimidated by you. If you put me in a kitchen, in a catering department, then I'll learn how to work there. If you put me in finance, I'll learn how to do that. Right now, I'm working in data. I'm handling data. I had to learn how to do that. Some people don't like that. Some people are like, huh? What do you mean? I'll say to you, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I'll get it done. Some people hate that about me. So I'll be like, I don't know what you're saying, but give me 4 days. You have your report. How? I don't know how. I'll work it out.
So work-wise, how...
And because of that, people tend to like, they want to, whoa. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're very much like, well...
So work-wise, how do you negate that? Like, how do you...
Nothing happens to me. If some fuckeries happens to me, it happens to me twice max. And then I learn. It's that simple. And that's just how I move. So you've told me the wrong information twice. Okay, from now on, I'm not asking you. Or if I do ask you, I'm going to be like, do you know when? Yes, tomorrow. All right, okay, I'll go and check first. That's just always how I've been. So that's how I've negated it. And I've learned how not to take things personal. Because from the end, for me, if I turn up to a meeting, the old Becton Nathan turned to a meeting early and you're talking about me, I'm flipping the table. But now I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. So then when you ask me for help, it's a bit different. It's unfortunately in the admin world, it's very much like that. It's like if you came in late and then you said, Nathan, I'm sorry. I'm like, don't worry about it, man. And then before your ass hits the chair, you have an email from your manager. Yeah. I've not emailed you. I've emailed your manager and told your manager to email you. And you're like, bruv, you're here. Why didn't you just tell me? That is the life that I work in.
I used to experience that a lot because we weren't allowed to get food from the canteen. We were the only people who, not only, but we weren't allowed to get food from the canteen. So I used to go there and just take a muffin or what, because I had a good relationship with them. Yeah. So the canteen manager
won't mind.
But why wouldn't you even be allowed to?
I don't know. We have to pay triple the price. It's just stupid. Anyway.
Clientele probably, isn't it? That's why.
So that leads. I had good relationships with the people in the canteen. Have you ever been pally with someone from work to the point where you socialise outside of work?
I've gone to like leaving dues.
Like you've actually got a friend from work who you chill with outside of work.
But yeah.
That's normal.
I've got
For me,
two.
I think that's normal.
Two.
Do you not think that's dangerous?
It depends on how you negate the situation.
In my situation, if they're my equal, it's never dangerous. It's fine. If they're like, you know, let's just say out of 10 levels, I'm a level 2. They're a 2 as well. Yeah. That's when I'm cool. But if you're a bit higher than me or a bit lower than me, that's probably a bit, because that means that financially, you might try and use me as a pick me up.
Yeah, but I don't even. For me,
how we in my place, where I work, they've taken away how much you get paid. They don't tell people on purpose, and it's because of this reason. So they put it in what we would call a band, so they know that you are from this to that.
But then from the band, then you know.
No, but you don't. There's 2 or 3 grand in it.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But if someone says, "Oh, this person's on this band,"
yeah, but there's still 2. But you could be at the top end or the bottom end, and that is quite different.
And the bands overlap as well.
Yeah,
exactly. No, my point is, if you're actually doing it via actually fully like a band, that means that this person's earning whatever on this band, and everyone will know. For me,
no, not everyone.
Have you had friends?
I've hid mine for the longest time.
Have you had friends outside?
I've hid mine.
Have you had friends in work that you socialise with outside of work who are above or below you, or do you keep it professional?
Or are you friends with them only
me-
on your level playing field? Like, are they the your equivalent rather than your superior or your inferior?
For me, that's
I didn't
never
really wanna say
even
that,
like. Do you know what? That's an interesting question because for me, like, I've never even seen anybody that I was worked with. I've never seen above or below.
No, we're
me.
talking about
in general.
in work.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like friends wise. Like,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. So I haven't even seen that. So it's like maybe someone could be, but I would never know. So I'll never know if someone is earning more money than me because we never speak about it, or we never know.
What about
The
if they're in a
brand.
supervisory role and you're not? You're entry level.
Oh,
Have you had a friend like
I've
that?
never been in a situation where someone is above me and then
They're your friend.
yeah.
What about below you and your friend?
Um,
Outside of work is what I'm talking about.
maybe, but maybe
Do
not.
you keep it professional?
What? Depend on like if it's my friend.
Yeah.
You realize that if you say someone's your friend,
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm
it's
trying
never
to.
going to be professional.
Yeah, you're answering like Barack. That's,
No,
yeah,
no. If
yeah.
someone's my friend, then they're my friend. It's never professional. So
Okay.
like, I know people that like earn money and stuff. Like, I know people that have maybe. Alright, let me put it this way. There is no one that I know that I've met that they would even know if they earn more than me or not. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm talking about inside work.
So what do you mean? Like, go on, explain what you're saying.
Have you ever had a friend from inside work who you then socialize with outside of work?
Yes, but yeah, exactly. I said my answer's the same.
Yeah.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that I know or he knows how much we both
Yeah,
earn.
I know. I'm not talking about earnings. We're not talking about earnings yet.
You just
No. He said inside of work.
So just in general.
Yeah, just in general.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't try and keep no boundaries, no nothing. It's just you're my friend now. Even though we work together, there's no boundaries.
That's even more so to do that. Like if it's work is work, and if it's
Even more so to do what?
in general. For me anyway,
Mhm.
like if I'm approaching a situation, I'm literally like, yeah, I know you and we work together, but
Do you talk about work with these people? Because
I will never.
Yeah,
I never ever talk about work with anybody.
I got 3 guys from the work industry, and I never realized we've been bars and everything. They don't talk about work. We just don't. We just
I mean, you can
link up and
You can do.
do whatever. Like, we don't even speak about work.
For me, the only reason why I talk about work with someone is if I felt like we've got a mutual
Yeah,
understanding or mutual projects,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Talking about work isn't out of the ordinary because it's like with most things, you try and reach that moral ground, innit? So if someone likes, like I said earlier, like football, like if I find out you like football, I'm not gonna not talk to you about it. Because that might be where we link up, because we might start with football and then we might go that way, we might go this way. Especially when you first, not meet, but when you first socialise with someone, you have to create memories, don't you? You can't. What will happen is by the time the 4th or 5th time comes, you're like, my days, you remember how much it was to buy a drink in that last place? Oh my God, do you remember so-and-so? Like, his shoes were all over the place. Like, you have to make these memories, innit? So initially, you are going to speak about what's common. So it might be work. It's not out of ordinary for it to be work. But the 3 guys that I'm cool with up until now, innit? Like, the 3 guys I'm cool with, we don't need to talk about nothing else, but just whatever happens. Like, sometimes we banter about the past, innit? Because we've all moved on since. But more time, it's just like normal convo, bro. Like, normal ass convo. But I was notorious, innit, for ducking out and leaving dudes, bro. Like, I just wouldn't come. Like, literally, I'll be there, I'll be there in a minute and I'll disappear. Gone into to one point where my manager got angry at me. Don't walk away, like, don't just disappear. I'm waiting for you now. Go on. Do you know what I mean? Like get dressed. I'm waiting because I was known for just boogieing out. There's times for Christmas meals, yeah, where I've paid my £20 and still bounced. Like, just ducked because I just don't like going to these sorts of social things.
Oh, so you don't socialise with people outside of work?
No, there's only 3 guys that I used to work with in digital services.
But you're quite a social person, so I can imagine you would socialise in these social settings, work.
I disappear,
like with people outside of. Yeah, no, I would.
Yeah, you're social.
You're very social.
I mean, I would socialise with people inside and outside.
Like, why do you always think we're
In here?
Yeah, because you kind of are.
I know
what you're saying. Where it's like,
You're saying,
You're
saying you're likable.
Yeah. Gosh, it's actually a compliment, man.
She.
Damn, son.
Alright, so I would definitely socialise with people outside and inside of work and stuff like that. but there was always boundaries. For example, I would say you guys that we're doing the whole podcast with and stuff like that, you're a different type of people to the people that you could socialize with if I'm in work. If you know what I'm saying. So like I'm at work and I'm like, okay, cool, let's go here. Or they're saying to me, let's go to this bar. I'll be like, okay, cool, whatever. It doesn't mean I want to go, but it can mean.
But you go though.
Yeah.
See, I'm not turning up.
But then, alright. So my point is,
just not
I might go, but maybe I'd rather go with you, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't see. I wouldn't.
So
wouldn't
bonus
go.
baby extracts again. She said you can't be who you really are in front of work people. So I'll throw that to you. When you're in these settings outside of work, after work, we've all gone to the bar. Are you yourself? Are you who you really are? Will you? Because I know you. You know, let's say for example, you see something you like, you would normally go and speak to it.
Always.
In that work situation.
He worded that very well.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
you did.
In that work situation, would you do that in front of these colleagues or
I do what I need to do.
in front of your work colleagues?
Yes.
I don't give a shit.
Oh,
You see,
right.
that's the
But
most.
that's me in general.
No, thank God you just said yes. Man.
That's
Wasn't
the
that
most
refreshing?
Yeah,
No, but
You just said yes.
Alright, hold on. But you man know me in general.
I know.
Yeah, I know, but we have to
so-
pull that.
so-
We
so
have
what am I
to.
supposed to do?
We have to pull that out of you.
No, you don't have to.
You
what am I
do.
supposed to do? What?
No, you
need to-
did well. I'm happy with your response. That's the truth.
Of course it's the truth. Because
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah,
I'll do what I
as you
need to do.
should. Yeah.
So if your manager's there, for example, you would do what you.
If I'm with my manager right here.
You're in a work setting.
No.
No, not work setting. You've left work. You've all gone to the bar. Your manager's there. You see something you like. Can you go and speak to it?
Facts.
Wow.
I'll take Alice.
Yeah, man. I'm
as-
impressed.
No,
As-
I'll
as
take you,
every
man.
rest of that.
I'll
As
take
every
you.
person
Yeah.
that's sitting here as well.
Well, no, not really.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't be there.
If you lot were.
I wouldn't
there.
know, bro. I don't turn up, bro. Ask anyone. I don't turn up. I will pay the money, bro. I'll say, listen, I promise. I know I've got a bad reputation. I'm telling you right now. I will come. I'll be 2 seconds behind you, and I'm gone. I'll go home with a smile
to
on my
be fair,
face.
I think it depends on like
I've disappeared.
situations and where you're at with the situation that you're in.
As you should, man. Fuck it. If you're outside, for me, I don't know because also in where I used to work, bro, there's one Christmas party that happens in it. I've never been to one, but you'd think this party went on for 6 months because you'll hear the same story every day into the next fucking Christmas party.
yeah.
This person got so drunk they got on the table with this person. He
Yeah,
started kissing that person.
yeah.
Those two left 2 seconds after each other. Did he know that she's married? I'm like, yo, this sounds like a hellhole to me.
Yeah.
Why on earth would I want to go here?
Yeah.
Why would I want to be here? You're talking about it every day. It gets hot, it gets cold, the wind, autumn, summer, everything happens, and we're still here speaking about this Christmas party.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I ain't going here. Not to say I'm going to do anything, but I'm not on no magnifying glass with someone to be like, oh, Nathan.
But do you know what, right? I think it depends, innit? It's like the whole situation. It depends on the situation you're in. Like,
What you mean?
just in general.
I don't like people watching me, full stop. It doesn't matter what my status is. I just don't want to be part of any sort of eyeballs.
Yeah, you don't like spectacle.
I'm over
He
there.
meant to get you to do this was.
I'm over there getting my work done.
Yeah.
I'm no one look, bruv. I'm like this, look over here, and then I'm over there. I can't deal with eyes, bruv.
How do you deal with you being in a situation where like work-wise you're getting fucked up? So like,
Yeah, go on.
so like you're in work and shit is happening, but shit is going wrong.
I've had times where I feel like the work gods are just against me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
You're like,
The cosmos. Yeah,
bro,
yeah, the
I'm like,
cosmos.
why don't this email just like I sent an email. I said, come to my computer. I sent it. I'll go there. I'm like, oh my days, this an email.
And talking
I'm
about the
like,
cosmos,
oh,
do you
but
know when
I
the
don't
cosmos
mind-
against you?
I don't mind saying I fucked up though.
No, you can never know.
I don't mind saying I fucked up. I don't mind saying okay, I didn't do it. I forgot. I don't mind saying that.
So obviously, we've been talking around for a while now. I just want to wrap it up. But the last thing I want to ask you about is, I've seen a lot of people are getting this. Well, they're reporting a lot of people are getting the COVID vaccine. What are your thoughts?
They're
man?
trying to get me sacked.
What are your? If they tell you you can't go on holiday without it, what are you doing?
There's nothing. Who
Who you asking? Are you asking me or you
Well,
asking
everyone in the room.
I'll stay in England, but I'm calm.
Are you
Everything's
asking
here.
one person or not?
Okay, you can answer now.
Alright.
Wow, bloody hell, man.
Calm down, bro.
Fucking question police over here.
If you're asking me,
There's only two of us here.
Yeah, man, what the hell?
if you're asking me about the whole COVID vaccine shit,
He chose us at the end when we're wrapping up.
yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's fine. I will not go.
No, do say what I say.
Personally, I already before this whole thing, I wrote off going on holiday just in general, like personally.
That's a lot for him to say that.
Yeah,
Exactly, and I wrote off, and to this day I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, you imagine.
So you're cool with never leaving this country ever again in your life?
Fine.
Same.
Oh wow.
I'll tell you why I'm fine with it. I'm fine.
This guy's just having a nightmare.
Exactly.
Bro.
Don't even.
Glad we caught that on camera.
Exactly. And then, yeah, he's gonna probably blame me at some point.
He's drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Exactly.
He's drunk.
But no, my thing is with the whole what you just said. When you, all I can say is when you deep the whole informations that you've got or everyone's got in general, you start to realize, okay, this makes sense, this doesn't make sense, or whatever. And everyone is always going to make their own decision on what they want to do. However, if you look at the things that people are saying you need to go to, you have to have a COVID vaccine for this and COVID vaccine.
Sorry.
Oh, for the camera purposes, he wipes his hand on the whole.
Yeah, God, you thought I was watching him. Yeah, God, yeah.
Yeah, so
Sky. Yeah, God.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, I know, God.
Let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah, go quick.
Go on,
Yeah.
But fuck that shit because because it's.
Are they doing that whole thing at work where they're saying, okay, we're all gonna go and get it in, and we're talking about it and making sure everyone's in the mind frame of getting the vaccine? Are they doing that at your workplace? Because I hear they're doing that.
No, what they've been. So my workplace was actually the first place that they actually did the live COVID testing.
Okay.
And I can tell you.
Oh my days.
Someone just drove into the van, bro.
Get your camera up. Fuck. Alright, everyone, I think that's a wrap.
Someone.
So why did he shake then?
Bro, it's like for a reason, bro. It's like for a reason.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Well, watch it, man. You go in,
No.
I'm checking.
No, Janelle's got it. We both go in.
A man sneaky, man. Has he checked that side of the van?
No. Well, that's the side of the van.
He's taking the phone with
But
him
anyway,
anyway.
no, it's still on live. Nate, stay in the.
Anyway, guys.
Nate. Well, we definitely hit it. Nate.
This guy's calaming, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you do realise we're still live, so you need to sit
Oh,
down.
so, okay, so Alex.
Exactly. So
I'll
ask
be
you
the
questions.
I'll be the mediator. So you're saying something about what was you saying?
Come on,
I
talk.
swear you just licked it again.
No, I didn't.
My guy just said I didn't touch the
Have
van.
you
No, clearly
Yeah,
did.
it's fine.
I was about to steal your job.
I said, yo man, go back Bampo. Godfrey.
What is it?
Yeah. Go back.
Who's that? It's like,
Oh my days,
Bro, the
bro.
thing shook, bro.
No, no,
Yeah.
the whole place shook, bro.
Yeah.
Did you see my face?
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's revving too high.
Yeah. Said, no, I swear on my life, I didn't touch your van.
you
Bruv.
looked?
Yeah, I looked. It's fine. It's fine.
Cool.
He's my neighbor. He's yeah. So, it's
Bitch ass
cool.
nigga, man.
Yeah, what happened? Don't worry, man. Someone just
sorry about it.
drove into the van as we were sitting in it. I don't think. Anyway, where were we, man?
Alex was saying a bunch of nothings.
Yeah, I know, bro. You were just talking. Do you know what? He's mastered the art of a politician. You know when they just speak for 10 minutes and they haven't said anything?
Not a word, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but if it works, that's good, no?
You're still on camera. You're still on camera.
What do you mean, if it works, it's good, no? What do you
You're supposed to
If it
say,
works, it's good.
you're supposed to say, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Cool, man. Oh, my days. What does this guy want, bro?
He said, what does this guy want?
Hey, listen, man.
Just questions. I
Anyway,
know
go on.
that.
Mate, ask me a question.
What was you saying? What was the question?
I don't know what the question was.
This is hard.
But you know what? I've got.
Why are you moving the mic?
Because I don't know. I've got a story, guys.
Go on, just tell the story.
The story I've got is I worked at one place before, right? And
Entertain the people. I need to make sure Gino don't whack him up.
he's not gonna whack him up, man.
Alright, man, cool. Jesus Christ.
Can I have the Harry?
Anyway, guys.
Yeah.
Safe.
Oh, man. So anyway, yeah.
People are gonna think you staged that.
I know, they're going to think it's staged, but it's not. That was real, bro.
Did you not? This guy was
What?
like, he was about to come out and say,
Oh, I didn't know what was gonna happen. But I didn't.
I'm gonna
This is
say-
Beckton, bruv.
Yeah. So COVID, thank you very much, Miss C89. COVID vaccine, traveling. What are you guys' thoughts? Gosh, bro, that was anyway. Yeah, go on. What are you guys' thoughts?
Me.
Yeah. You.
He was speaking.
Yeah. I think he finished.
I didn't even start.
Oh no, he did. What did you say?
Just 4 or 5 sentences, please.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, you were saying that COVID. Let's say, for example, everyone at work that they're doing that whole thing where they're getting people in the mode of taking the vaccine. Because I heard a lot of people at work, that's what they're doing. Are they doing that at your workplace yet?
So.
Yeah,
No, leave it here, man.
Yeah, go on.
So basically, no, what they're doing at my work actually is they actually saying to you that you have to do a COVID test every week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you Google
Every week.
yeah, in my workplace was the first place that they did the COVID test.
Point of care testing where you can get the
Yeah. And they're
Results
trying
straight away.
yeah, so basically what they're saying right now is you have to do the test every week. But if you actually research, in fact, I don't know if I should even say this on this pod because
No, you can. I know what you're gonna say. There's a residue on the end of the COVID test tip,
you actually
which
know.
is actually cancerous. It's got carcinogens in it. It's actually a known substance for inducing cancer.
yeah.
So they're telling people to get tested regularly, not knowing you're actually introducing something into your
Constantly,
system.
which is
Every-
cancerous.
Yeah. Okay. So you
That's I didn't even know you knew.
No, we spoke about this.
Alright, well.
yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
I was just for the
I don't know. Yeah.
lift the mysterious K-pop or something.
Yeah. So are they doing that at your workplace? Are they talking about COVID?
Bruv, every I'm in the office once a week, and at least 3 or 4 times. This bitch comes along, well, this lady comes along with a trolley. Look,
What, to COVID test people?
yeah, no, to vaccinate me.
Oh, to vaccinate.
Oh, vaccinate,
Yeah.
not even COVID test.
Like this today? No, not today.
What the
So
hell
does that
is
mean
that?
I'm there once a week.
So does that mean you only have like a certain long amount of time where
We have the industry I work in. We have an unlimited supply of vaccinations.
Mm-hmm.
So she does the rounds throughout my whole building.
You work in the NHS, right?
She does the rounds in my whole building 4 or 5 times a day. I'm in the office once on a Tuesday, and I say no.
but then you
I
say
have to say
no.
it 4 times to her.
But you
She
say
comes at
no.
9,
How
she
does
goes-
how does it look with your like upper bosses and stuff like that?
Only once. Once 2 of my colleagues caught it. So you're not gonna get it. Nope. Why? Because I don't want to. But why?
And the reason why I asked you
Well,
that,
I just say I'll wait until a little bit later.
the reason why
I feel like hotting them, but I'm not. I'm gonna be like, I'll wait for a little bit longer.
the reason why I asked you that is because
I'm never gonna get it done.
Because I kind of got hotted, so I was in the office, and then one of my work colleagues was like, "Oh yeah, they've been basically initially it was like everyone would know who would get tested, just the normal test. Like the way the college worked was it was the first college to be tested. Everyone has to get tested at some point. And the guy was like, "Oh, like yeah, he got tested. Oh, he's cool." And then like he continuously would say, "Alex, like yeah, like oh, what have you got yours done?" And like it was almost like, imagine saying no without.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking about the guy driving into the van. Sorry, yeah, no, I'm completely in a different place. Go on,
But even with that, I think he actually did.
no, of course he did. We
But
found
you
the
said
van.
he didn't.
No, he said he didn't.
Have you looked?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Nah, is it fine? Like fine to
No,
the
no,
point
it's
where
completely looks like no
like
one's touched
you
it.
you drive off and
There's no
your tail light will drive
discrepancies.
off.
No, I used my light and everything. It looks like no one's touched it.
So how did that happen?
But he did drive into the
He
van.
did drive.
How did that happen?
So I feel like the fact that we all knew he did.
What, you want to punch him out?
No,
He's gonna punch you up.
Yeah, no, I don't punch people up. That's you.
I just tried to finish the sentence. I don't know.
He's a puncher up.
So we're not punching him out.
No, it's
Bro, he's already gone. So
Well, he knows where he lives.
yeah, I know him.
He's his neighbour.
He's-
He lives there.
yeah, I see him every day. So what was I gonna say? So you vaccine definitely not. When they make it mandatory,
No,
do you think they will make it mandatory?
don't care.
Alright, cool. Say nothing.
We got 5 guys here. I got Nando's here. I'm cool.
I don't think
I need to go nowhere.
I don't think they can make it.
They can't make
mandatory.
it. They can't make it.
But what they can do is they can make it seem like everyone needs to take it,
Yeah.
and then that point means that like, or most people or a lot of people will take it, and then
They can't make it mandatory. It's against
no,
human-
then I don't think
One
they
is
can
against
never-
your human rights, and 2, financially, they will not recover. So that's it. And money over life at all times. So they will not.
They can make it very difficult.
They'll
Like,
initially,
yeah.
and then after a while.
You can't go.
But the initially means it. Then initially is dependent on how people react.
comply.
Yeah, so it's like saying,
Yeah.
it's like saying, if they said, you can't go on holiday unless you take the vaccine. You gotta wait until you realize how many people are not willing to go on holiday.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Or you wait for everyone else to get vaccinated. That's it. Really, innit?
But here at Live Cuts, we are vaccine neutral. As I say, you're all the live ones.
I'm not neutral.
All the live ones. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you
You're not
next time.
vaccinated.
Yeah. Trying to drag my name through the mud.
Vaccine neutral. I was like,
No, I said neutral.
who's willing? Who's willing?
I let you get it. No,
Exactly.
for one bite, you know.
No.
So right here, we are neutral.